In the world of Skibidi Toilet, there are a lot of special abilities and powers, such as teleportation, sound waves, invisibility, or even the power to control time. But do you know that some of these powers have their own weaknesses? Well, don't worry, because in today's episode, I will explain 20 abilities that are the best in the whole verse of Skibidi Toilet. And to make this more interesting, how about we make 3 categories and place each of these powers into their right spot? For example, teleportation is really cool because it's the process of moving matter or energy from one place to another without physically traveling through the space in between. And we all know that the TV men are the most popular users of this ability. However, there are a few other characters who possess this power, and the most notable among them are the scientist Skibidi Toilet and the secret agent. Though the secret uses the gradual disappearance method rather than the black smoke method, which is used by the others. For now, there isn't any weakness of this power. Overall, I think it's a really useful ability, so let's just put it in that category. Also, I am placing these abilities based on my opinion. Please feel free to share your list too. The next special power on our list is corruption. Corruption is a unique ability possessed by all Skibidi Toilets. Through singing their anthem, Skibidi Toilets can influence organic beings, particularly humans, and ultimately transform them into Skibidi Toilets. And the crazy thing about this power is that you don't even need to be present there. Like, you can record the anthem and put it on loudspeakers, and it will still work the same. And I think it's also a way for them to reproduce as well. For now, the only users of this ability are the Skibidi Toilets. But guys, do you know there is a weakness of this power? Well, if you use headphones or do anything to cover your ears, you won't be affected by this ability. With that being said, I wonder if this will work on deaf people. Probably not, but who knows? Overall, I don't think this ability is useful or cool. So let's just put it in the strong category. Now, this next ability is often misunderstood. Sound waves are a method of attack in the Skibidi Toilet series, which can be utilized in many ways. Sound waves are like a sonic attack, and the reason why this is misunderstood is because most people think that wearing headphones will save them. This is just not true. Even if you are deaf, you will still feel the vibrations, and if the attack is strong enough, it will definitely affect you. But don't get me wrong, headphones are still a pretty good weakness against this method under a few circumstances. If you are not directly targeted or if the attack is simply weak. There are a lot of users of this power, but the most popular among them are the speakermen. It's literally their main way of attack. But the honorable mention will go to G-Toilet. His sonic scream is really, really powerful. While this ability can be placed in all 3 categories because if you see the Titan Speakerman, it would fit in the strong category. And if you see the G-Toilet and just how many times this ability saved him, it would fit in the useful category. But if you see the fighting style of speaker women, it would definitely fit in the cool category. Well, I will leave the decision to you guys. Our next ability is Visionary. Visionary is described as the power to create anything you imagine, or should I say the power to turn fantasies into reality. In my opinion, this ability is really broken, and the most notable character of this power is the female Pencil Titan, even though we only saw her animating weapons or broken limbs. But I think at the end of the series, she can do much more than that. There are few other members of the pencil race that possess this unique power. Well, the pencil race uses ink to create these animations. So maybe in the future, something like water would be their weakness? And the female Titan can also erase objects out of reality. This power is really strong, but I think it is better to put it on the useful category. The next ability on our list is warping. Now, some people might say that warping is a form of teleportation, but in my opinion, these 2 abilities are different. Warping is kind of like a sonic charge and then accelerating to extreme speeds, and teleportation is like moving matter from one place to another without physically traveling. The funny thing is they can also adjust the warping speed through the intensity of the warp levitator. If you are wondering what a warp levitator is, well, it's this spinning thing around them. This ability is used to escape dangerous situations or instantly reach different locations, even though some use it for attacking purposes. The only users of this ability are the Astro Toilets. Even though it is not confirmed, I think all Astro Toilets can utilize this ability. They also make a sound while warping. Overall, this ability is pretty good. Let's just put it in the strong category. Warping is really cool, but do you know what else is cool? Laser eyes. Laser eyes is the power that allows its users to emit laser beams from their eyes. Even though it sounds basic, this ability is still really good, and the most noticeable user of this power is the G-Toilet. His laser eyes are really strong, and the range of this power is also crazy. The G-Clones can also utilize this power, but keep that in mind. Their laser eyes are not natural. Other than them, the Astro Duchess and the UFO Astro Toilet also have laser eyes. Even though this ability is pretty rare nowadays, the Astro Duchess demonstrated this ability in one of the recent episodes. Her laser eyes also look really cool, and they are more reddish in color. The same goes for the UFO Astro Toilet. I wonder between the Astro Duchess and the G Toilet, whose laser eyes are more powerful? I think this power deserves the cool category. Because let's be honest here, laser eyes were always so cool. Well, if you thought laser eyes were rare, the next ability is only being utilized by 2 characters in the whole verse of Skibidi Toilet. The ability is called telepathy. Telepathy is kind of like mind control, but you can only share your memories or messages while not being present. Well, the first user of this ability is Alpha. Not only that she can share memories, but she can also use someone else's vision to see. This ability is called telepathic vision. It's still a form of telepathy, so I guess we can count it. And whenever she uses this power, her purple eyes will glow. Telepathy was the power that she used to trick the Drill Titan. The second user is none other than the Secret Agent. He can visibly talk to others like he is in their mind. Secret Agent has a lot of special abilities, and we don't even know his full powers yet. Well, telepathy is basically mind reading, and that power is really useful in some cases, so it goes in the useful category. With that being said, our first row of abilities is done. Now only 2 rows are left. I don't know if we can call this next ability a special power, but in my opinion, for us fans, it is the most important power in the whole verse. The ability to record is really underrated. Recording is the ability to convert live footage into one that is permanent and reproducible, and the best users of this ability are our beloved cameramen. However, there are some other characters who can also record. Now imagine if there were no POV cameramen. How would we witness this show? I am a cameraman myself, and let me tell you, appreciate this ability while you can. Other than that, this ability also helps the scientist to research and analyze certain characters. This ability is definitely going into the cool category. Nah, I am just kidding. This is literally the most useful ability in the series. Now stay with me when I say this. This next ability is the most broken ability in the verse, and I know you probably guessed it by now. It's the ability to manipulate time. Because if you can manipulate time, you can just reverse everything. Or you can create time illusions. Or imagine that you can even freeze the time completely. If this is not enough, you can see the future too. Isn't this broken? Well, the best users of this ability are the clock race. More specifically, the Titan Clockman. But there is only one downside to this ability: magnets. In the presence of magnets, the clockman won't be able to use this power. Other than that, they become weak by magnets, which interfere with the balance wheels and pendulums of their clocks, and those are necessary to keep track of time. But still, the things you can do with time control are unimaginable. And the crazy thing is, they can target someone specifically, and only that character would be affected by this power. They remain immune from the effects and can immunize others through a wristwatch. You can also regenerate others, but it can consume a lot of energy. This ability is in the strong category for sure. There is only one special power that I think is more broken than time manipulation, but we will talk about it later. Now, our 10th power is the invisibility. The ability to turn invisible is very useful. However, this ability is only being possessed by the Secret Agent, as we see him using this ability many times. The good thing is that he can also share this ability to the other members of the Alliance. And of course, it excludes the POV cameraman. The Secret Agent can also choose who can see him and who cannot. The same goes for the members who use this power. There are not any particular weakness to this ability, so that is really cool. I think invisibility is pretty useful in a lot of cases, so let's just put it in that category. The next ability is nothing really special, but I think it deserves some appreciation. I am talking about the good old hand-to-hand combat. I know it sounds boring, but in a world where everyone got some kind of special powers, these guys are fighting with their hands. The most deserving members are the drill men and the cameramen. Even though almost every Skibidi Toilet character can utilize hand-to-hand combat, there are some characters that possess some exceptional skills. For example, Plunger Man, Normal Cameraman, Dark Speakerman, and there are many Skibidi Toilets too who just use raw strength as their main method of attack. In terms of brute force, I think the Drill Titan is the strongest of them all. Titan Cameraman is also a good example, and please note that melee weapons are also counted as hand-to-hand combat. This power should be in the strong category. The next ability is literally the main attack of the TV race. Some call it light rays, some call them TV screens. Well, this attack is also really special, as there are a lot of types of these TV screens. And each of these types serves a unique purpose. For example, purple screen was first used by the normal TV men, and it stuns Skibidi Toilets and freezes them in their spot. White screen, which was used by the large TV men, and this color affects Skibidi Toilets as shown in episodes 40 and 70. They cannot open their eyes once they see the light. Red screen is used by the Titan TV men, and it is probably the strongest type. This screen color seems to make any Skibidi Toilets or cameramen to literally end themselves. And lastly, the orange screen, which is utilized by the TV women. This screen color can light enemies on fire, as first shown in episode 49. Other than the TV race, scientist Skibidi Toilet was also a good user of this power. This ability is really good, but there is a weakness to this. These rays can easily be blocked by sunglasses or lenses. There are a lot of other uses of these screens, but we will probably cover them in a separate video. I think TV screens fall in the strong category. Just as the TV screens were the main attack of the TV race, drilling is the attack method used by the drill race. Every drill man has a drill attached to his head. Some special members also have multiple drills. Drilling can be used to drill underground or as a method of attack. This method requires really good strength. The strongest user of this ability is the Titan Drillman. He is actually really good at utilizing this ability. Even though it seems simple, it is still really effective. Drill should definitely be in the strong category, because even though how strong these are, they don't look cool to me. Except the Titan, of course. Now, remember when I said there was an ability that can be more broken than time control? Well, this is it. Mimicry is the ability to copy any attack weapon used by other members. This ability is only possessed by the Counter Titan, and with the help of this ability. The Counter Titan replicated the Titan Drillman's drill, Titan Cameraman's mechanical hammer, Titan TV Man's energy blade, and Titan Speakerman's arm cannon, and also the Golden Excalibur. I mean, how broken can an ability be? What if he copied the ability of time control? Bro would be unstoppable after that. This ability is also deserved to be in every category, but let's just place it in the cool category. With that being said, our second row of abilities is also done. Now only one row is left. Next special power is Super Speed. No, Super Speed and Warping are not the same. They are two different abilities. Super Speed, or we can also call it light speed, and the most prominent user of this power is the Commander. Commander can move at light speed, and the crazy thing is he can also bypass time, as we saw him fighting against the Clock Titan. He also blitzed the Time Robot, when in the dome, the Commander was supposed to be completely frozen. Even though the Astro Toilets can use warping and the Clockman can literally stop the time to speed up, the Commander would still be considered the fastest among them. And there are no weaknesses in this power. Super Speed is definitely in the cool category. Super Speed was really cool, but the ability to regenerate is also overpowered. Regeneration is defined as the ability to heal or repair damaged parts of your body. Now, Counter Titan is the first name that comes to mind for regeneration, because one of his key abilities is this power. This ability can literally make you unkillable. There is one more character that possesses this power. I am talking about the Titan Clockman, as we see him healing and repairing his fellow Titans multiple times, though it can take a lot of energy to do that. This is an ability that I think would be perfect for the Alliance, and I also think that someone from the Astro race can also utilize this power. Even though it is not confirmed, it's just my theory. There are no known weaknesses of this power, so let's just place it in the strong category. Now this next ability is a funny one. Do you guys know about plot armor? If not, then please let me explain. Plot armor is defined as when a character's value is defined by their narrative necessity, rather than their relevance to what is happening in the plot or events in the narrative. Basically, the only factor which has allowed the protagonist to survive is the fact that they're the protagonist. And we all know that Jimmy is the perfect example of this. There were multiple occasions in this series where he could have been killed, but my man is still thriving. It's not like I want him to die or anything. It's just a funny ability to have. There is also a weakness to this ability. If your author does not like you, then you are absolutely cooked. But I guess it's still useful if you are the protagonist or the hero of the show. It's still useful. Now, necromancing is really overpowered to have. But me personally, I just would not want that. Necromancing is the art or practice of calling up the spirits of the dead for certain purposes. And it is so rare in the world of Skibidi Toilet that there is only one character that possesses this scary ability. The Toilet Necromancer possesses a unique ability to emit a summoning call that revives fallen allies and opponents, enveloping them in a green light. The resurrected allies appear to be under the control of the Toilet Necromancer as mindless servants. For most of you, this ability might be useful, but for me, it's a hell nah. I am putting it in the strong category. Now, this next ability is perfect for me. X-Ray is the ability to see through objects. For now, I think the Juggernaut possesses this ability because it was confirmed in episode 75 when he said, "I can see you through walls." In my opinion, maybe he can just sense the energy of living beings? It's not really confirmed if it's X-rays or not. Another possible character that can possess this ability is the Scout Astro Toilet. Even though it's not really strong or useful, I would definitely love to have this ability. I am putting it in the cool category. Now, last but not least, flying is an ability used by many characters in the Skibidi Toilet series. Some use jetpacks, some use rotors, or like the Astro Toilet, use the static warp levitator to fly. But these are not the ones that caught my attention. The one that shocked me was this guy. How is he flying without any external equipment? I mean, if flying means this is really cool. Imagine you could fly in real life too? Well, that raises a question for you guys. Out of these 20 abilities, which one would you like to have in the real life? For me, it's either time control or invisibility. With that being said, our third row of abilities is complete, so make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.